Right, everyone, we'll make a start then. Thank you for attending. So the reason that we're running this presentation this evening is just to give you an overview of our Year 9 options process. This is our options week for our wonderful Year 9 cohort. And at the end of this week, all of our Year 9 students will choose their options for Year 10. So the purpose of this presentation is to go through with you what subjects your children will study in Year 10 and 11 for their GCSEs and what option subjects they can choose. So I'll go through all of the information with you, and then at the end I will take any questions. There is going to be a Q&A at the end. If you would like to type in any questions into the chat bar, I'll answer those at the end. Okay then, so first of all, I thought it'd be quite important just to share with you our vision in terms of our curriculum and what we want for our children at the end of their time with us at John Smeaton. So our main aim is to ensure that every student in our school follows a personalised curriculum that is both purposeful and high quality. We want all of our students to leave the academy with the skills, experience, qualifications that they need not only to succeed in further education, if they choose to go to university, but also within the world of work. And we are fully committed to ensuring that all of our students are able to achieve the full potential, so academically, within their lessons, socially and emotionally, because we value that and we think that will support them then to go on and lead productive and happy lives when they leave John Smeaton. Obviously, as you're aware, because I'm holding this, our Year 9 students are about to make some really important decisions that will affect the future. And we aim to ensure that every child has the right guidance before they pick their options, because we want all of our students to choose the correct path so that they reach their full potential. This is just a little overview for you of the current GCSE grading system before I go through the qualifications that the Year 9s will take in Year 10 and 11. So all of the courses that your children will take are 2 years, and they will culminate in exams at the end of Year 11, which take place in around May or June in 2023. Most of the exams will make up the full grade. So, for example, in English and maths, science, that will all be based. It's a linear qualification, and that means that the students will sit their exams in the May and the June, and that's what they will get their grade from. However, there are some subjects where controlled assessments will take place. These are usually the practical subjects. So, for example, drama, dance, music, textiles, art. Those subjects will have coursework that need completing, and then they also have an exam in addition to that the students will sit in May or June. But those subjects, the grade is a combination of both the coursework that's completed throughout Year 10 and 11 and the exam at the end of Year 11. All GCSE qualifications are now assessed using a 1 to 9 grading system. So I've put on here just a little diagram of that for you if you've never seen it before, and just how that relates to the old GCSE grading structure and the vocational structure. So if we just take, first of all, the 1 to 9, 9 being at the top, so that's actually higher than what would have been the old A-star. So we're talking the top students within the country getting that grade. And then if we take the 4 and 5, that now is the C that we will be looking every student to achieve. But ideally, we want all our children to achieve a 5 or higher. So a 5 would be classed, as a really good old grade C in old money. 4 is also a C though, and this is just to differentiate more between the grade boundaries than what we had on the old structure. So you're looking at a 7 for an A, and then a 4 for a C, and the rest, as you can see on there, they don't quite match up with the old A, B, C, D grade, so they're slightly in the middle. So we've just got more scope to grade our students now on the old 1 to 9, on the new 1 to 9 system. Now we do offer a couple of vocational qualifications. And the vocational courses, they are a mixture of controlled assessments and an exam element. So when we move on to look at the option subjects, I will point those out. We only have a couple of them, but they are awarded grades in a slightly different manner. So they don't get graded using the 1 to 9 system. They get graded using a scale from level 1 pass up to a level 2 distinction star. So a level 2 pass is the equivalent of a 4. A level 2 merit, you're looking at in between a 5 or a 6. And then your level 2 distinction is the 7. Level 2 distinction star is between your 8 and your 9. So that's the top grade that you can get. The vocational qualifications, though, are equivalent to 1 GCSE. They're just graded in a slightly different way, and we collect the evidence for them in a slightly different way, as there's more controlled assessment elements to them. So the core curriculum then that all year 9 students will study in year 10, 11 are made up of the subjects that you can see here. So that includes GCSE mathematics, GCSE English language, GCSE English literature and GCSE combined science. The combined science is actually worth 2 GCSEs, so they'll get 2 for that subject area. So all students will study these subjects throughout years 10 and 11. And I've just seen a question go into the chat bar. I am more than happy to send out the slides, and what I will also do is I'll pop this presentation onto the school website as well, so that you've got access to it on there. So the option subjects then, this is what the students will be choosing at the end of this week. So every student in year 9 will choose 1 humanities option, so they'll choose either history or geography. Once they've chosen that humanities option, they will then choose 1 option from each of the 3 option blocks. So we've got option A, option B and option C. So this year I have designed the option blocks to be quite strategic. So I have placed the subjects within them so that students can choose pathways that are more suited to their interests, to their abilities, to what they want to do when they leave school. So a really good example of that is if you look at the second row, you can see drama, dance and music. So if a student wants to take a performing arts route, they can take that route. If a student wanted to take a mixture of performing arts, so for example drama, but then they also wanted to take a creative subject, so photography and then Spanish, they can choose that as well. They can mix and match between the blocks. And there are certain subjects that are in more than 1 block. So art, for example, is in option block A and C to give the students more choice when they are choosing. Triple science has come through as a question. So yes, students will be able to take triple science. And what we're going to do with the triple science cohort is that we are going to sit down once this option process has taken place, and then we are going to look through the list of students and see which students would like to take triple science before we do the timetable for next year. So that will be available to all of our students. We just haven't put it within the option block area because we wanted to get this out of the way before we decide who's going on to that pathway. So these are the blocks then, and what we're going to do this week is we've got assemblies going on at the moment where the subject teachers are delivering what the courses are about, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a moment. But your children at the moment are having assemblies where they are learning about each subject. They will have studied the majority of these subjects in Key Stage 3 as well, so they should already have an idea of which of these they're most interested in and which they would like to take for GCSE. Child development. So child development is one of the 2 vocational courses that we run. It's a course that follows the Cambridge National Qualification, and it looks at a range of job roles that you could take if you wanted to work with children in the future. So, for example, one of the units looks at children from birth to 5 years old. It looks at how you would educate the children, how you teach them through play. There are other elements to the course as well. So it looks at things such as childbirth. So it's actually a really good course if we have any students that are interested in doing midwifery, or they would like to go on and do and work with children or become childminders. So we get a lot of students pick this who want to go on and work with children in the future. And obviously, if there's any more questions regarding any of the courses, please do pop it in the chat bar, and if I don't see it, I'll answer them at the end. So yeah, this is the option process then. So on Friday, your children will pick 4 options, 1 humanities, and then 1 from each of the blocks. And then at that point, we will be reviewing the options just to check that we've got everybody in the correct place. The next thing that I wanted to talk you through then are the benefits of the EBAC, basically, so the English Baccalaureate. So I don't know if you're all aware of this, so I just wanted to talk through it. So the EBAC is actually not a qualification, but a combination of GCSE subjects that students can choose. So the EBAC is made up of English language, English literature, mathematics, combined science, history or geography, and a language. Now, within our option blocks, we've placed Spanish in all 3. And we know that our students have to choose history or geography. So all of our students in year 9 can, if they wish, take the EBAC and then take 2 extra subjects in the other 2 option blocks. So it could be that they decide to take a performing arts subject or a creative subject alongside these. But there are a couple of benefits to choosing the EBAC, which I just want to talk through with you. So the EBAC subjects are considered really essential to many degrees actually, and they're favoured by the Russell Group universities. So an example of that will be the University of Leeds. And the reason that they are favoured by the Russell Group universities is because the subjects do offer an important range of knowledge and skills to young people. And recent research has actually suggested that studying the full suite of these subjects can improve students' outcomes across all subjects. And that's just due to the high level of literacy, numeracy and transferable knowledge that they promote. So if your child would like to study the EBAC, they will need to make sure that when they choose their option blocks, that in one of the option blocks, so either A, B or C, that they choose Spanish. And then they will have a full suite of EBAC subjects at that point. So yeah, if that's something that your child is interested in, then Spanish is definitely one that they will need to pick. If they do, though, need some more support with that, or would like any more advice with that, they can come and see me tomorrow or Friday morning before they pick their options, and I can go through that with them in a little bit more detail if they'd like some more information about that. So I just wanted to go through with you a little bit about the curriculum time that each subject area will get when your children go into year 10 and 11. So English, maths and combined science will get 3 lessons per week, and we'll be sticking with our 100-minute lessons, and so that'll be 300 minutes per week. The humanities option that they choose, either history or geography, that will get 2 lessons per week, again 100 minutes. And each of the options, so option A, B or C, will also get 2 lessons per week. And that's what we also do this year. So we've continued that through, and then that will continue again into year 11. So that's what it looks like in terms of your child's timetable next year. And it doesn't matter which of the options they pick from option A, B or C, they'll get the 2 lessons per week to complete that. So the process that we're following at the moment is that yesterday, this morning and tomorrow morning, we are running our options assembly during tutor time. So we've got a PowerPoint that's got each of the option subjects, including the humanities, on it, with an overview of what will be studied throughout the course, how the course will be graded. So if there is a controlled assessment or coursework element, that's included on the PowerPoint, so that before students make their choices, they know exactly what they would need to do to get the grade. Tomorrow morning as well, we'll be doing a question and answer session with students. So both myself and Miss Bailey will be going around the Year 9 tutors and answering any further questions that students will have. And then this Friday is when all children in Year 9 will make their initial option choices. So that's Friday the 19th. So they will complete their option slips so that we've got the initial choices. At that point, I'm going to review all the choices and have one-to-one conversations with students just to make sure that they're happy with their initial choice and that they don't want to change it before we do the timetable for next year. And just so then if they have got any worries or they think they might have made the wrong decision, I can make the changes for them before we do input the timetable. And then there is Year 9 Parents Evening on Wednesday, the 21st of April. And I think the link's gone out to that on Eventbrite as well. So obviously, if you've not signed up already, it'd be wonderful for you to sign up. During the Parents' Evening, I will be available for the full time if you would like to speak to me about the options that your child's chosen. Your tutors will be there as well, in addition to the subject teachers, so you can speak to any of the teachers regarding the options at that point. And then if you did have any worries or you thought that your child might have picked one wrong option, for example, there would still be time for me to then make the changes. And the final options letter will be sent home at the end of that week on Friday the 23rd of April to confirm the 4 choices that your children have made. And then that's their curriculum in place for Year 10 and 11, so we'll know what they'll be studying at that point. So just in terms of advice and support then, there are a number of people that students can speak to in school. So I think the main people to go to, obviously, if they have questions about the subjects and what the subject entails, would be the subject teachers. So they can ask them the questions. If they've got anything specific about the course, the teachers are always willing to answer. There's Miss Harrison, the year manager, who is always around about on the corridor and will be around tomorrow morning when we'll be doing the questions with students, so we can answer questions there. The form tutors as well have played a huge role within the Year 9 Options Week this week and will answer any questions that students have got. And obviously I've put my name on there, so I've spoke to quite a few Year 9s already this week and just said if they're unsure of what to pick or they need some more support and advice, they can come and see me. I've also popped my email address just onto the slide here if you do want to note it down. If you've got further questions after this event, you're more than welcome to email me and I'll email you back, or I can give you a call if you'd like to speak over the phone. But that's the support that we've got in place, just to make sure that students know they've got people to talk to. On the school website as well, on the curriculum page, there is also a Year 9 options section, and on that section of the website is the Year 9 options booklet. So I would advise going onto the website and looking at the options booklet. So the options booklet has a breakdown of the full process, the core subjects, and then each of the option subjects that are available. And then it's got an overview of what is studied in each of those subjects. So if you're not sure about what a subject entails, you can go on to the options website and you can sorry about that, guys, and you can then have a look and see exactly what the course entails, and then how the course will be graded, so whether it's an exam or whether it is coursework based, and that's all on there for you. And if anyone cannot access that, you're more than welcome again to email me and I can email that booklet to you.